What's up, guys? I am back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about some videos that I have been seeing all over my X account regarding interracial dating. I've been seeing a lot of content that revolves around black men dating other races of women and vice versa. I also seem to notice that the main race of people that were involved in these videos were mostly black people. And I began to think to myself, why is it that every time there is some type of interracial content floating around social media or even on television, it always involves black people? I realized that other races of people do not get mentioned when it comes to interracial dating as often as black people. Now, in general, there are many other races who interracially date. For instance, there are many Asians who do it, Native Americans that do it, and also Hispanic people that do it as well. As a matter of fact, many statistics show that according to marriages that are of two different races, typically involve whites with either an Asian or a Hispanic person. But with that being said, my point is that I realize that even though there are a lot of other races that intermarry and date, that the main race you always hear speaking on interracial dating is black people all of the time, typically with it being black men. And I started to realize that social media and the entertainment industry loves to focus interracial dating amongst blacks all the time, whether it be a black man with another race of woman or even a black woman with a white man. I started then to ask myself, what is the reason for this heavy promotion of interracial dating with black people all of the time? And then it dawned on me that the reason why interracial dating is always marketed towards black people is for some type of agenda. I mean, think about the popular saying, a nation divided is easily conquered. And what that means is that if you can divide a community of people, then you can easily destroy it. And I realized that through black people being so willing to interracially date, that it slowly and slowly starts to deteriorate our race. When it comes to the image and strength of each race's community, the face of that community tends to be homogeneous, meaning a man and woman of the same race. But when it comes to black people, it seems like the face of our community is now mixed race couples all the time. And don't get me wrong, I do realize that when it comes to black marriages, that black men are married to more black women than any other race. But that is a small percentage of black men that are married in general, and the rates of black men marrying outside their race have been increasing. Black men in particular have higher rates of marrying outside their race compared to black women. I believe that only 36% of them are married in general, which is not good when it comes to other races of people. And this is not me trying to crap on black men, because I myself am a black man that's just noticing these trends here. The reason I bring all of this up is because the status of the black community is not good. I mean, it's a wonder at all that black men even see a desire to see the production and elevation of our community in general. It seems that black men do not want to build any type of infrastructure or community for one another. They do not seem to want to procreate with other black women to have more black offspring for our future generations. And don't get me wrong, I do not have any issue with biracial people at all, but it's kind of depressing to know that our population of black phenotype is steadily declining as we know it. It's almost at a point to where most biracial people no longer look like your typical Halle Berrys or your Alicia Keys. They now tend to look like your Lolo Woods or your Meghan Markles or even your Adonises nowadays. And I once again am not saying I have an issue with mixed people, but just like other races of people like white people, I want to see my own phenotype when it comes to representation. And I find it funny that many people who have mixed kids, for instance, like a lot of black men, and have issues with seeing mixed male representation, such as these sports drafts that are airing and you're starting to see a lot of mixed guys get drafted now. And you see a lot of black men complaining about how they are tired and angry about seeing so many mixed guys in the media getting all of the attention. And in my mind, I'm saying to myself, well, are you not part of the problem? I mean, everyone wants to see their own representation in the media. What a lot of black people need to realize is that interracial dating affects our community more than they think. And I don't want to hear that by blacks and whites coming together, that it's bringing the world together and all that crap. That is absolutely not true. White people still see you the same exact way, even though they are sleeping with you or even married to you. And don't get me wrong, because there are some very good and nice white people out there. But at the end of the day, white people are good, meaning they know at the end of the day that their community is strong and held together. White people still know they have their privilege, and if they do end up breaking up with you, in which they do it very often, that they have their white counterpart to go back to at the end of the day. And when the crap hits the fan and they get angry with you, the first thing they are calling you is the N word. Now, the purpose of this video is not to bash anybody at all. I am just being honest about the status of our community. It utterly sucks. But with that being said, I want to play this clip with Dr. Umar Johnson really quick, and I will be right back.
If white people love us so much, If they got all this love for black people, why is the bedroom the only place they can show it? Why is behind closed doors the only time we see the love that white America professes for us? Why we don't see it in the classroom with our children? Why we don't see it in the courtroom when we're being sentenced to twice the amount of time in prison for the same offense as white people? Why we don't see it in the banks when we're looking for business loans and home loans? Why we don't see it in society where we're being murdered indiscriminately by white mass killers and white police? If white people love black people so much, why don't we see it anywhere else beyond the bedroom? We ain't nothing but a fetish. We ain't nothing but a pet. We ain't nothing but something for white folks to have a little bit of fun with. And when they done with you, they drop your ass off and take everything you got. It's not worth it. But we can't stop because the low self-esteem of black men, the low self-esteem of black men dictates that we get a white woman in order.
So you guys just saw that clip, and do not get me wrong. I do realize that Dr. Umar Johnson has had a lot of viral and goofy videos hit the internet, but I agree with what he is saying here. We need more black men to be pro themselves. And what that means is a look out for yourself and your own race. Too many black men are pro other races of people, meaning that they are more likely to kiss up to other races of people, praise other groups of women over their own, and also more likely to denigrate their own over others as well. So many black men have so much self-hate issues that they project them onto other black people, typically being black women all the time. I don't understand why black men feel that when they date other races of women, that they are somehow leveling up their status in a way. First of all, other races, particularly white men, do not give a rat's ass who black men date. And don't get me wrong, I definitely do not think they're going to like it. But let's be real. When other races of men see black men not dating their own women, they look at you guys as a joke. I mean, they think you guys are weak and that you hate yourself, your women, and your own image. In their heads, they say, man, that black man really wants our race of women so much. I mean, that black man must hate himself that much. See, when black men do things like this, people don't applaud them or envy them. They pity them. Now, I want to play another clip for you guys with a black man and his white girlfriend.
Yeah, but if a white girl gets attention from a white guy, that's more valuable in white culture than if she gets attention from a black guy. If she gets attention from a black guy, that doesn't make you a better anything. Like, that doesn't raise you in anybody's eyes. As a matter of fact,
in some people's eyes, it does.
As a matter of fact, it's a little bit of oh, she's basically not good enough for the white, so she's good for the black guys. That's how it's looked at with.
Okay, so you guys just seen that video of this man asking his own white girlfriend that if a black man was to walk into an event and was the only black guy there in a room full of white guys and white girls, wouldn't the white girls talk to the black guy over the white guys? And his own girlfriend, mind you, basically tells him that no, the white girls would talk to the white guys because they are considered to be more valuable in the eyes of society, and that black men are less than. So see, black guys, nobody in this world that we live in sees you guys as valuable. I mean, they see you as worthless. And deadbeat dads who hate yourself and your own image. I mean, his own girlfriend told him this to his face while on a live in front of all of his subscribers. But the sad part about all of this is that black guy still forced this delusion in his head to completely disregard that she stated that a white guy was more valuable than a black guy. I mean, black guys are still in this warped mindset that all races of women want them the most. I'm a black guy, and I know myself that this is not even true. Other races of women see white guys as the prize, and that is a well-known fact. And don't get me wrong, we all know that their whiteness is what plays a part in it as well. But women of all races tend to want to date white guys. Why? Well, it's because they are connected to higher social status, and the technical purpose for interracial dating is for solely dating up for a better life. People back in the olden days would do it for a better life, not just to rub their hot and exotic girl in other people's faces, which I'm sure people do that too. But no, once again, that is the foolish ideology once again of a black man, and that once again is another reason why people laugh at us and don't take us seriously. I mean, you literally cannot convince a black guy that other races of women, particularly white women, desire white men more. These black guys will argue you down to the ground before they accept this answer. It's like they would rather die than to hear that a white man is more desired and preferred than they are. And when they see a woman of another race, and even black women date white men, then they get mad and always attack them on sexual examples all the time, and I'm not going to lie, it's just cringy and weird. Black men always want to attack white guys on sexual examples, such as the typically, oh, he can't put it down like I can, or, oh, I bet his Peter is small. And let's not forget the famous line of, oh, he can't handle all that. My thing is, how do you know? And why are you guys so fixated on what equipment he has and how he can perform? I mean, it's none of your business what he can and cannot do. And I'm not going to act like they don't do the same thing. Because there are many white guys who are obsessed with black men as well and how we are in the bedroom too. But that's a topic for another video. But my thing is, as black men, we are focused on the wrong things all the time. And that is why we're made a laughing stock all of the time. For example, let us take Kanye West, for example. In a clip, he stated that when his now ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, was dating Pete Davidson, who is a white guy, that she can't like him because he is not black, and that she only dates black guys.
Because I knew I knew there was no way she could love this dude, not just because he's ugly, he's not black. She likes black guys. Every guy that she, is with looks exactly the same. Ray J, Reggie Bush, at that time, Kanye West, she has a type. Just like how I have a type. Like a lot of my girls look kind of similar to her because in a video game character, people have their type, right? So I knew that this was like
the princess has a type and she likes Mario.
Right, there you go.
I mean, do you guys see the obsession with some of these black guys to know if other races of women prefer them? Once again, it's sad and cringy. It was even recently reported that Kanye West would constantly badger his now wife Bianca about her ex-boyfriend's private parts, wanting to know his size and if he was bigger. I mean, things of that nature should not even be on your mind in the first place. But like I said, I am not trying to crap on black men. I just see a lot of foolishness going on and a lot of interracial relationships and biracial kids in the mix as well. Things like this is just going to further divide our community. I mean, we already have the darks versus the lights. Now we have the men versus the women because of the constant bickering between the two. And I am not going to lie. You do see a lot of black men denigrate black women unprovoked more than them doing it. Many black women have a reason to be upset at us for our constant failures, and don't get me wrong, there are still a lot of good black men and hardworking ones who make us look good. But there are many more that make us look bad, such as this one I am about to show.
The playboy lifestyle of Tiger Woods. Turns out Tiger is a dog. He found love on the back nine with Swedish supermodel Ellen Nordegren, hit the CMT Awards with Leanne Rimes, ordered over easy eggs from diner hostess Mindy Lawton, made a movie with adult film star Jocelyn James, he hit the slopes with Lindsey Vonn, received elite bottle service from Rachel Ukedal, a Las Vegas nightclub hostess, had a steamy affair with model Corey Rist, who revealed Tiger loved to eat Fruit Loops after 18 holes. He fell head over heels for Italian playmate Loredana Jolie, met Kalika Moquin on the Vegas Strip and said, fuck it, I'll lower my standards. He triple bogeyed with Jamie Jungers, scored an eagle with Jamie Grubbs. He bodied Jason Duffner on the greens before swooping in on his ex-fiancée. Had an entanglement for the ages with adult film star Holly Sampson. Had a fling with another porn star Devin James, who was ready to sell her sex tape with Tiger for $5 million. She's since lowered that price to $19.99. He even had relations with his own neighbor. Tiger's a freaky Mr. Rogers.
Now I know he is not fully black, but there are many more where that came from that I don't have time to show. But at the end of the day, if we can grow as a community, stop the self-hate, and promote more healthier, same-raced couples, I think that is going to be the start of our community thriving. Because every race knows that the foundation of a proud and happy community is the family unit, not a community where the fathers are nowhere to be found and the mom has teen baby daddies and is raising the children on her own. No, a community with both parents involved. Teaching and showing the children how to be proud and strong black people is what needs to begin. But let me know what you all think in the comments, and I will catch you guys in the next video.